Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Jerome Strickland channel. I'd like to welcome everybody back. Hope everyone is doing well. I've been away a minute, so yeah, I'm back now. Hope everybody's doing good. I'd like to welcome everybody back to my channel. I'm out here in one of my nature spots. You've probably seen this one before. This is actually one of my favorite nature spots. The dense forest or the dense woods is something that's fresh and clean about the air when you walk through a nature trail in the forest, and the woods is kind of dense. Yes. And as of right now, I'm sure I might encounter some people back here walking, but as of right now, I'm back here by myself. I'm going to take a detour. I used to go that way right there, but today I'm going to go that way. This looks like a trail less traveled than this trail. So I like to explore. So I'm going to explore this trail, this nature trail today. It's going uphill, which is probably why very fewer people go this way. Yeah, the harder path. You see that path there, it's kind of going down. This path here is going up. And as you can see, it's less traveled. That's an analogy. People usually take the easier path. Very fewer people take the harder path, the path that leads upward. It takes more effort, and it's a little bit more painful to push up a hill than to push down a hill. Yes, I'm already being given metaphors to give you guys. But I want to welcome y'all back today. You might hear me panting a little bit, my normal sniffing. I'm not sniffing that bad today, so I might cut y'all a break. But anyway, yes, I'm back with another video. And today, I want to talk about the subject of self-mastery, or becoming the best version of yourself. Self-mastery. Look at that, there's some tomatoes growing right there. Never seen that. But anyway, I want to talk about self-mastery and becoming the best version of yourself. So many times, give me a minute to kiss my brother, I just climbed a steep hill. So many times, look at that. So many times, you're probably like me, we sit around and we think about life. We think about the meaning of life, the meaning of our existence, and the meaning of existence, period, or in general. What is the meaning of life? What is the meaning of my life? What is the meaning of existence? And so as I ponder this, I do a lot of pondering. And a lot of times, this is where revelation comes from. Just sitting around pondering things. I got to thinking about my life. My life, like anybody else's, it's had its ups and downs. It's had its victories and defeats. I've had my share of disappointments, and I've had my share of good things happening to me. So I can't complain about anything, because my life has been kind of in the middle. I'm so thankful that, I'm still here, and I'm still, in a good place. Mentally, physically, and spiritually. And that brings me to this point. A few years ago, many years ago, I reached this point. Some people reach this point sooner than later. Some people reach it later than sooner. It's when you start thinking about your spirituality. Some people, they grow up thinking about their physical well-being and their physical appearance and all this. This is why you see teenagers looking in the mirror. You see teenagers taking selfies and stuff like that. At that age, a lot of young people, not all of them, there are some really great young spiritual people out there who caught on to the spirituality really quick, but a lot of young people are more concerned with the physicality of life. Trying to drive a nice car, trying to live the lavish lifestyle. And there's nothing wrong with that. Trying to look good. But does it stop? Should it stop there? For a lot of people, that's where it stops, in the physical. So, and then you have some people, they'll transverse into the mental. You know, like a person that is in the physical, they're working out and they're trying to look good physically. But then it transverses into the mental. This is where a person becomes hungry for knowledge. They want to get educated on how to make more money and educated on how to, live a better life and all this other stuff. And how to, upgrade their life, so to speak. They'll reach that point in their life. And so many people will reach that point and they'll get stuck in the physical and they'll get stuck in the mental. But there is a certain amount of people that, something just flew in my eye, sorry. There are certain people that transverse into the spiritual. And when you transverse into the spiritual, life, reality, everything takes on a whole new meaning. Everything takes on a whole new meaning. Everything takes on a whole new look. And so, through the stages of my life, this is where I'm at. The spiritual, when you start thinking about the spiritual, that is the final stage. That is the final place where, I guess you would say, one will find themselves. Mosquitoes are pretty bad up here. And so, when a person starts contemplating and thinking about spiritual things, this is when he starts figuring things out about himself and about his reality. When he starts wanting to know things about himself and about his reality. Self-mastery and becoming the best version of yourself is not just based on the physical. That's part of it, but it doesn't end there. Become physically fit, wearing nice clothes, driving a nice car, living in a beautiful, nice home, having plenty of money, having all of your physical needs met. Yes, that's the journey to self-mastery, but that's not the final destination. Being mental, learning, getting knowledge, reading books, being educated, getting all these degrees, and having a lot of knowledge about a lot of things. Yes, I'll go up this. I'm gonna keep going up. But yes, being mental is another step towards self-mastery, but you're not there yet. You're not even close. There's a lot of people in this world that are very physical. Their perceptions are based on physicality. There are a lot of people that are very mental. Their perceptions are based on the mental. And this is where you get a lot of people who get deceived and programmed because they are stuck in the physical and the mental. So most people are stuck in the physical and the mental Therefore, they are programmed, manipulated, and deceived because they have not stepped into the ultimate self-mastery, the ultimate best version of yourself. You see, you are a spiritual being, and I know you've heard this many times, a spiritual being in a physical body, or a spiritual being having a physical experience. Not a physical being that's spiritual, but a spiritual being having a physical experience. And so, as you become more spiritual, you begin to discover this. You begin to discover, oh, there's a deer right there. Ooh, that's a big boy too. Okay, me and him staring each other off. Y'all see that deer right there? He caught me by surprise, and I caught him by surprise. I don't know what he's gonna do. He doesn't know what I'm gonna do. What y'all think I ought to do? Y'all think I ought to keep walking? Anyway, let's see what happens. I'm gonna keep walking. See what he does. That's a doe, I think. Look at that. He threw me out. There he goes. He decided to run the other way. These deer are so light-footed. It's unbelievable how light-footed they are through these woods. But anyway, I'm sure I'm not this is a popular nature trail, so I'm sure I'm not the first person he's ever seen or she's ever seen. But anyway, back to the subject. I kind of lost my place a little bit. That deer kind of took me off my place. But a spiritual being having a physical experience, and you will never come to the point of self-mastery. You will never reach the point of being the best version of yourself till you understand this. Till you understand that you are a spiritual being. Till that you're a spiritual being having a physical experience. And so I get to pondering all of this. Maybe we're here. Maybe it is a game. Maybe we're here to attain self-mastery. Maybe we are spiritual beings who chose to come here to attain, to be the best, see if we could be the best version of ourselves within this reality. And if you look at it from that perspective, you can see why life at times, many times, can be so challenging. Life can be very challenging sometimes, almost to the point of unfairness. And everything and everyone around you is playing their part. You have the ones in your life that are playing the villains and the antagonists. You have the ones in your life playing the love interests. You have the ones in your life playing the leaders and the gurus. And you have the ones in your life that you are teaching and showing the way. And everyone is playing their part, including you. So maybe the whole purpose, what I'm getting at here, maybe the whole purpose of your existence, my existence, this reality, is self-mastery and becoming the best version of yourself in this reality. And it's not only becoming the best version of yourself, but experiencing this reality to its fullest extent. All of its ups and downs, all of its challenges, all of its good and bad, and overcoming all of the challenges. I often thought, what if life was just easy? What if life was just all the way easy? Everything went your way all the time. Everything just went perfect all the time. Would that help you attain self-mastery? What kind of person would you be if everything in your life had went right for you. If you would have never been stabbed in the back, if you'd have never been messed over, if you'd have never got your heart broken, if you'd have, if you'd have never lost money, if you'd have never got fired, if that man or that woman would have never left you, if everything would have just went perfect, exactly how you plan, what kind of person would you be? Do you think you would attain self-mastery if everything would have went just right for you? You ever thought about that? You see, self-mastery and becoming the best version of self requires challenge. It requires having things come up that are unexpected. You think about playing a video game. I'm talking about the kind of video game where your avatar is in the game, and what if you are somewhere else, and you are the avatar in the game, and the avatar in the game is not just walking through the game and nothing's going wrong, everything's going perfect. Then you probably put that game down real quick. That would be what you consider a boring game, wouldn't you? But what if the game is challenging? You had a lot of challenges in the game. You dealt with a lot of challenges. I'm out here, open spot right here. Wow, I don't know where I'm at right now, but I'm just gonna keep on walking. Shoot, I see the lake over there, the park area. I have no idea where I'm at. I'm just gonna walk down this street right here. But anyway, I wanted to tell you about that. What if life had no challenges? What if life had no disappointments and no setbacks? Do you think you could truly attain self-mastery like this? Do you think you could have truly attained self-mastery like this? Let me put my camera up. So what if this life is the place or the game that you come to attain and be the best version of yourself, to attain self-mastery? What if this life was that place? And as you go through life, stop looking at as challenges as something bad. Stop looking at setbacks as something bad. Stop looking at all the people that's done you wrong as something bad. But look at it as a stepping stone towards self-mastery and towards becoming the best version of yourself. You don't become the best version of yourself by having it easy all the time. You don't become the best version of yourself by never having any setbacks. You don't become the best version of yourself by never having a broken heart. You don't become the best version of yourself by never getting stabbed in the back. No. It is challenge that causes you to become the best version of yourself. It is the challenges of life. If you are a spiritual being, an eternal being, think about this. What else is there to do? What else is there to do but challenge yourself? So I'm speaking hypothetically, theoretically now. So what if we just go throughout eternity challenging and re-challenging ourselves? Maybe there's a period of rest in there when we can go somewhere and rest, but we don't want to rest too long. We don't want to rest too long. We want to get up and challenge yourself and put yourself in a challenging situation. Okay, that's a little campsite over there. Yeah, that's people over there camping. And so when you understand this, you see life and you take on life from a whole different perspective. When you realize that you are here for self-mastery, you are here to become the best version of yourself. And every challenge, every setback, every backstab, everything that goes on in your, every heartbreak is just another step towards you attaining self-mastery and becoming the best version of yourself in this game. I'm going back into the woods now. You ever thought about that? Why don't you try looking at life from that perspective instead of looking at it from the perspective? Because if you are a spiritual being and you have the highest spirituality, you know that nothing can really take you down or take you out unless you allow it to. The game is meant to be challenging. The game is not to destroy you. Once you realize this, that it's just a challenge, not a destruction mechanism. This whole reality is here to challenge you, not to destroy you. This whole reality and everything in it and everything that happens in it only happens to make you better, not to make you bitter. Everything you see and everything you know, every setback is designed to help you achieve self-mastery. So what is self-mastery? So what is it? Self-mastery is taking on the challenge, seeing the challenge, accepting the challenge, and taking on the challenge, and not quitting till you have overcome. Once you have overcome, and the best one that you must overcome, or the most difficult one to overcome, is the self. Is moving out of the self and into the I am. The I am is what the real you is, peering out into this reality. Just like you sit inside your car and peer out at the rest of the world. When you sit inside your vehicle and you look out all of the windows, you're peering out into the rest of the world. And the rest of the world you can see through from inside the car. And the car, or the vehicle, you are driving it. You are steering it. You're telling the vehicle which way to go. That's what you are. That's what the I am is inside of you. So when they say you create your reality, it's talking about the I am that is within you. Hold on, I got somebody coming right here. I knew I was going to encounter some people. I was going to get ready to go out here. I'm going, oh, that guy's got a shirt on just like I got. Oh. Uh-oh. Big step. Hey. All right, how you doing?
Doing good.
Good, good. How you doing? How you doing?
Good.
So you got to understand, this is what you are. This is what you are in this reality. And just like steering in a lot of traffic, I hate driving through the big city. But because it's very challenging to drive through the big city. And so this world is like driving through the big city. Because if you driving through a big city, you got people cutting you off, you got people shooting past you, you got people hitting their brakes in front of you and all this other stuff. It's very challenging and nerve-wracking. And you, as you're driving, you just wish the traffic would just go smoother instead of everybody, most people, a lot of people acting like they own the road and you just on their road. So self-mastery is becoming the best version of the self. Finding out within yourself how to overcome each situation. I can't tell you how to do it. Everyone is in their own game, even though we're all in the same game. We're all avatars in the same game. And everyone has their own challenges. Everyone has their own set of challenges that they have to deal with. But once you understand this, it's all for self-mastery. It's all for you becoming the best version of yourself. So when you approach life, don't look at life, oh, life is so hard, life is so difficult. Why does life have to be so hard? Why does everything happen to me? Why am I going through all of this? No. Look at it from the standpoint of this helps me to achieve self-mastery. They can't even take you out, because if somebody wanted to take you out, they could have done it by now. Think about it. If they wanted to take out a certain percentage of the population, which some people are saying that they want to take out a certain percent. If they wanted to do that, you think they could have done it by now? Something is staying their hand. Something or someone is staying their hand and keeping them from doing this. Because it is you. It is your perception. If you perceive and give it power and give it attention and you give it focus, you're giving it power. If you don't give it focus, give it attention, give it energy, you take away its power. See, you literally control this game by what you focus on, what you give attention to, even by what you love. Yes. And I've learned this. I've learned to shift my focus. If something's trying to lead me into a low frequency and a low vibration, I simply shift my focus until I find something that's going to raise my frequency and my vibration. But I would not have learned this if I hadn't went through a whole bunch of different things that led me to this conclusion. The other key in self-mastery and becoming the best version of yourself is staying in the love frequency. Even when you lose, even when this reality is trying to make you feel isolated and alone. If it's trying to make you feel isolated and alone, that's a good thing, because that's the opportunity for you to go within and find the great I am that is within you. The truth about yourself, the truth about who you are, and the truth about what you're meant to do in this reality. Yes, you're probably here to help others and to lead others and show others the way, so to speak. But the number one reason why you're here is to become the best version of yourself and to attain self-mastery. That is the number one reason why you're here. And once you realize this, all your perceptions change. You got the I am that sits deep within you, and you got the outer world, and the self sits right in the middle. And the self, you ever see this how a dog or something will be between two people and both sides are calling the dog? Just say the dog's name's Biscuit or something. One person on one side is saying, "Here, Biscuit, here, Biscuit." Then the other person saying, "No, Biscuit, here, Biscuit, here, Biscuit." And Biscuit just don't know which way. He don't know whether to go to the left or the right. You see, this outer world is calling the self, and the I am is calling out to the self. You see, before, the self was totally focused and totally locked in on the outer world. When I said earlier, the physicality and the mind. But then the I am starts calling you from within. And all of a sudden, something else is calling you. And now you have to figure out which way you want to go. Do you want to go towards the God within, the I am? If you notice, anytime you focus on the outer world, the physicality, and all of this, it incurs disappointment. It incurs all kind of setbacks and all this stuff. But when you focus on the I am, even the disappointments and the setbacks may still come, but you're totally detached, emotionally detached from all of that, because you know it's a stepping stone towards self-mastery. And once you attain self-mastery and become the best version of yourself, you will move on to another challenge in another place. But here's the thing. You've already said or set the action in motion that you're going to win the game. That you are going to, and it's not a game that you have to win. It's a game about becoming the best version of yourself. If you stay focused on the spiritual things, you stay focused on the I am instead of what's going on outside of you, then you will begin to move towards self-mastery. So, man, they came around there quick. So, I gotta be quiet. I got some people walking. Ironically, those are the exact same people I just seen a minute ago. But anyway, I'm not gonna hold y'all too long on this video. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna walk down here and walk back. But I just wanted to give that information to y'all that start looking at life from the point of you are on the road, you are on the path of self-mastery. You are on the path of becoming the best version of yourself. And everything that happens in you, in your life, to you, or anything, is just on the path. Just like I encounter all kinds of obstacles and curves and turns and twists and kind of freaky looking things like that. Even though as long as I stay on the path, I'll get to where I'm going. As long as you stay on your path of your life towards self-mastery, you must constantly work on yourself, meditate, have a good meditative life, have good spiritual practices. You stop practicing the physical things so much, and you start concentrating on the physical things. And so, hey, that's what the people seem like they following. I turned around, that guy was right behind me. So you stop concentrating on the physical. That's why I'm kind of talking kind of low. I knew they was gonna circle around back towards me. But yeah, I think I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I'm gonna turn, but that's a nice stream right there, isn't it? Look at that. I think that goes to the lake down there. Hello again. I just had to turn back. The mosquitoes getting bad back that way.
Up there?
Yeah. But yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. And just understand this, that life is a journey, not something that's there to take you down. Think of it as a journey towards self-mastery and becoming the best version of yourself. And everything good, bad, and in between that happens in your life is to help you attain that self-mastery. Yes. So, yes, I want to thank everybody for coming back to my video. I will be posting, I'm attempting in the process of posting more often. My videos aren't fancy. Oh yeah, check out the description box. I got a little investment things, investment information in there for y'all, for you investors out there. Yes. So look in the description box, and it's very good to start investing. If you start investing instead of just working and spending money, but investing some of that money and allow it to work for you instead of you working for money, allow your money to work for you. So I got a little information in there. There are some apps set up to help you do that. It used to be only the rich and the wealthy did investing and could invest. But now they've made it possible for regular, everyday working man, working woman, working people to invest too. Which, in my opinion, that's a good thing. So check out that link in the description box about investing. Investing. Just, you know, that's part of self-mastery. Learning how to better yourself in every area of your life. When you meditate, think about areas of your life that need to be improved upon. And then self-mastery and becoming the best version of yourself is looking for ways to better yourself. You can't become a perfect man. You can't become a perfect woman. You hear people say all the time, nobody's perfect. And that is true to some extent. But you can't become the perfect version of yourself. You can't attain self-mastery. That's the whole reason for this game. If you stop trying to become the best version of yourself and attaining self-mastery, what's the purpose of the game? What are you even doing here? So look at it from that perspective. I just say to yourself, I am here for self-mastery. I am here to become the best version of myself. And I'm going to do that every day. I'm going to work towards that every day. And if you look at it from that perspective, you'll become more happier. You will take on challenges with a whole new perspective. Yes, look at that beautiful stream. Just like the stream is flowing, you must be in a state of flow. And just like the stream goes around every obstacle, yes, it keeps flowing. Nothing stops water. You may slow it down, but it don't stop it. So, yeah. So I'm going to get ready to end this video. And I hope everybody enjoyed it. Hope everybody got something out of it today. I just wanted to give y'all that information. Start looking at life from a whole different perspective. And start seeing it from that way instead of the other way that life is trying to kill you. Just remember, nothing or no one is trying to kill you. Nothing or no one can kill you. Only one can kill you is you. The only one that can take you out is you. The only one that can destroy you is you, by your focus and your intentions and your attention. Your focus and your attention. If you focus on the negative and you give attention to negative things, you are slowly killing yourself. But if you focus on the positive things and you give attention to the things that are good, right, and true, you are slowly bringing yourself back to life. Yes. Yes. So remember that. Remember that. Remember that. All right, I'm Jerome Strickland. I did about 40 minutes. I just want to give y'all that information today. I'll be dropping another video soon. Y'all have a wonderful, beautiful, high frequency, high vibrational day. I'll see y'all next time. I'm Jerome Strickland. Peace.